Hello, What Culture? My name is Simon Miller, and you are indeed about to watch a live video, but there's just a tiny bit of preamble before we begin, and that's because it's a live Y video that we at What Culture recorded at our sold-out show that we did when we were over in New York for WrestleMania 35. So this is the start of a bunch of content you're going to get from that event. So yeah, you know, I'm not going to do all my catchphrases and crazy stuff here, because that all happened on the day, and we just want you to enjoy that for yourselves, to feel as if you experienced it too. And of course, everyone that did come out, thank you very much. So make sure you watch the video. Why? Crap segue.
Welcome to What Culture! Are you ready, everybody? Give it up! We're starting off with my win with Simon Miller! That was amazing. I'm gonna leave. Remember that Seinfeld episode where Joe Costanza figured out that you just do something good and you leave us? He was amazing. How we doing, guys? We all right? Here we are. The good thing is, I thought to myself, all you got to do is not trip up, and you already did better than Batista at WrestleMania 35. Do you know the best bit about that? Imagine Dave Batista walked in. Dude, I'm so sorry. It's massive. I don't know why I'm doing stand-up comedy now. I may have to do that later. We'll get to that. Anyway, we are going to do a live edition of the Y series, because why wouldn't we? It's nice and simple. We're going to keep it topical. We're going to keep it on reference. Who was at WrestleMania 35 last night? Who wishes WrestleMania 35 wasn't 7.5 hours last night? You see? And that is the issue. That's what we're going to talk about. And we're going to kind of frame it in an interesting way. And I'm going to put to you, maybe come 2020, WrestleMania should actually be put over 2 nights. Why? I told you, Dad. You said wrestling would never pay off. They knew. My dad watched a video once and he said, "Why do you slap your head?" No. "Why do you get up in the day?" And he says, "To tell you you're a failure." He did it. He'll watch this. He's very proud. He's very proud. He's going to be devastated that I said that. And my mum will be like, "Oh, I know who Ronda Rousey is." And I say, "What does she do?" And she goes, "I just know her name." And I'm going off on a tangent, but when my mum tells my friends, or tells her friends, "Oh, what does he do?" She says, he really likes wrestling and he slaps his head. That's what she says. And she went, I'm going off on a tangent, it's the weirdest way ever. But then this is the problem, right? My brother, everyone thinks I'm lying, I promise you this is true. My brother used to be a brain surgeon. He trained to be a brain surgeon, and now he's a doctor. So he basically said, brain surgeon's not enough, I want to train in all the medical fields. So my mum will go, he's a doctor, and he's a brain surgeon. And my sister is a teacher, but she's not only a teacher, she's a teacher for people with special needs, and she goes out and helps them. Right? And oh wow, your family is so amazing. What does your third child do? He really likes it when people dress up in their pants and pretend to hit each other. And then they go, "Oh, but only like from a journalistic point of view." No, he then went and did it himself. And the punchline to all of that is, he then got hurt within 6 months. And he can't do it anymore. Although, spoiler, not spoiler at all, it's being live streamed next month, ladies and gentlemen. Right, WrestleMania 35 going. Obviously, a live crowd here. Feel free to throw out your thoughts. Let me know what you think. And this all ties into the fact that, as I think we mostly agree, we have a crowd here who thinks that 7.5 hours is too long, not just for WrestleMania, for any single wrestling event on the planet. We had the G1 Supercard the night before. I saw loads of people saying, why is it 5 hours plus? And what happened? This was never the way. If you're an old school fan, you remember 3 hours. 3 hours was wonderful. It was such a wonderful time to live in. And then Raw went to 3 hours, so somebody backstage in WWE went, well, I guess we've got to make pay-per-views longer. Why? Literally why? How does that add up? That's like when I had a pizza yesterday, I had 2 today. You just had a pizza! And you like the pizza! Everyone likes pizza, stick to the flipping pizza! So, I think, and it does tie into what New Japan's going to do in 2020, if you don't know, if you're not into New Japan. They are going to run their Tokyo Dome show, Wrestle Kingdom, over 2 days. They're going to do Saturday, or it's over Friday and Saturday, I think they're doing in the Tokyo Dome. So now that kind of information filters back to WWE, and they think to themselves, well, maybe we can do it. And I think after last night's show, which don't forget, here in the New York area, it started on one day and finished in a brand new day. I know some wrestlers watch. It's true. Do something. Tell them. Get fired. Don't. Why did you lose your amazing job? The guy that slaps himself and points up so I should. I made a mistake. Anyway, I actually think, and what really kind of framed it to me was, I think a real highlight for everybody was Kofi Kingston winning the WWE championship. The best thing about that is, obviously we're live on YouTube, you can click anything, at least one person watching right now thinks my name is Kofi and I want to win the championship. Yes! Finally all my dreams are coming true. But if that had been how day one of WrestleMania had ended, and we could all left after a few hours feeling wonderful, especially after seeing Seth Rollins win, you think, oh, WrestleMania has gone back to being that show where you feel good, and you feel happy, okay, there were no swerves, but at least I go away with what I expected, and now I can share that love with the wrestling community. And then you would have tuned in to night two, on part two, whatever they call it, I don't know, WrestleMania 36.3, I don't know what you call it. I'm not the marketing guy for WWE. I quit that job. I'm not going to make any jokes about that. I think that's probably... Anyway, point is, the first thing you would have seen on that night too, I think this is the way the card went, would have been Rey Mysterio versus Samoa Joe. And I understand it sucked, right? If you're Rey Mysterio, you're building up to the biggest event of the year. I'm 99% sure it was booked that way because his ankle wasn't fixed. However, when you look at it in terms of the storyline, what a reaction that would have been. Here comes Samoa Joe to defend his US title, and he beats Rey Mysterio in, 30 seconds, 45 seconds, and chokes him out.
They did nothing with Dominic.
Hey, what was that? What was that? Like, the worst thing that ever happens to me, sometimes I do ups and downs, and I kick myself, I didn't mention it, and it's WWE's fault, because people come and go like, I don't know, the Invisible Man or something. It's crazy. Where's Mojo Rawley? Mojo Rawley wasn't even in the Battle Royal. Maybe he was. I don't know.
He was in the mirror.
Yeah, he was. He's in the mirror. I trapped in the mirror. Oh no! It's like the Phantom Zone in Superman. Like, set up into space. That's good. Put Mojo Rawley in the Phantom Zone. Probably Vince McMahon's watching this now. So Dominic made no sense. Kevin Owens, oh my life. But this is the point, if you put it over 2 hours, 2 days, you could have probably figured out a way to get Kevin Owens. I mean, the whole Kevin Owens thing is a different thing. But I just think that would have been a great way to start night 2. You would have this big reaction. Some people are going to love it. Personally, I did, because I felt like it painted Samoa Joe as a killer. But then you're going to have some people who are going to be Rey Mysterio fans, and they're going to be upset. And that's my favourite thing about wrestling, is when we can have a debate, we can have a chat. Obviously on the internet, it soon becomes just a big war of words. Usually say, here's my really interesting take on pro wrestling. And someone goes, F you, you bald asshole. If we had that discussion in any other walk of life, can you imagine? You get home that day, how was your day? Honey, I just wanted to tell someone I liked Samoa Joe winning a match in fake sports, and someone told me I should die. Oh well. Oh. Dead. Someone does a eulogy, he did not die in a good way. He died in the worst possible way. But I just think, WrestleMania is getting too long. I think that's fair. And to be fair to WWE, I thought they put on a very good, in terms of pacing it out, I thought it was paced very well. I was never really bored, but just because I'm a human being and I have energy stores that will be depleted, eventually when I get to the end of the night, I'm exhausted. Because what can you do for 7 hours? Not a lot. So I would certainly like to I don't want WrestleMania to be 2 nights, but if WWE are absolutely insistent that they're going to, I would like them to try. And it's that classic thing that WWE never does anymore. There's nothing wrong with trying, realising that it sucks, and going, okay, we won't do that again. Not everything has to be perfect. I mean, I would like it if they tied stuff up, going back to the Mojo Rawley thing. If somebody looks at Mojo Rawley and goes, shouting in a mirror isn't working, then you can readdress that and come up with something new. And I think sometimes WWE is a bit risk averse because they don't want to make that mistake. Maybe it's a pride thing, I don't know. So I think it's time. I really do. I think in 2020 we should give it a go. I mean, ideally, less matches. I think 5 hours would be okay. I think you can pull it back from there. But I don't, just give it a go. Give it a try. I think when we get to next year, the roster's going to be even bigger. They're going to have even more ideas. Who knows what the main event will be? And I think that's fair too. I love the fact that it was the women in the main event. I really, really did. I think the really cool thing is that they were there on merit. It wasn't like, oh, this is a great marketing, this is a great PR stunt. What story was better, right? Like, that's the 3 people that we wanted to see there, and they got there. But I did think it was a little unfair that after 7 hours of watching wrestling, you got a crowd that desperately wants to invest, but they were already knackered from the Kofi Kingston stuff. Obviously, Triple H and Batista. It was okay, but you know, I think during that match, people realised, oh, I'm getting a bit tired. Also, who came up with a spot about, Dave, I'm going to rip your nose ring out with scissors? Scissors? Use your hand, like you really want to inflict pain, you grab it and you rip it out. You don't go and get scissors and pliers on his hand.
Why is that at ringside?
Sorry?
Why is that at ringside?
Yeah, why are pliers at ringside? Triple H is there before his big elaborate Mad Max entrance is getting all ready and he goes, pliers are there, right? You remember the pliers. Vince is all like, I remember the pliers, pal. Yeah, right. Vince McMahon is the guy that puts the weapons under the ring. A chair, pliers. Right, boys, these are what you've got to work with this evening. You know how you get on. All the rest in the back like, pliers. But I bet they were happy with Triple H on the show, so like, Triple H will definitely want to use the pliers. Triple H gets first dibs on everything. Also, not wanting to tie it back to my own personal stuff. Triple H's name was jacked. I was 50 years old. How? It's just a joke. It's just a joke. It's not cut. Him and Batista are going to walk through the door. What do you want me, man? When you meet like WWE old school wrestlers and you realise how big they are, and you're like, shit. Honestly, anytime I meet a wrestler that's my height or smaller, I say to anyone who's near me, like, I can do this, it's okay, it's fine. I met the New Day, and they're all around my height, I can be the New Day, that's fine, it's cool. And then you meet like Sheamus, and he's 9'10", you're like, I look like an idiot. I had a picture taken, I had loads of stuff planned, I've not done any of it. I met Wade Barrett at SummerSlam years ago, he's a really, really nice guy. And he thought I was his mate Steve. Honestly, that's not made up. He went, Steve. So I just went, Stu. That's true. And I went along with it for a little bit, and he went, no, it's not you. And I'm really sorry, Will. I just wanted to be a mate. You're being so nice to me. Why don't they push you properly? They punch me in the face. Anyway, the point is, he's so tall. He's so tall, Wade Barrett / Stu Bennett, and I remember that. I hadn't started training to be a wrestler then, but I was like how on earth am I ever... Because I think it's better now in WWE, because we saw even Drew McIntyre versus Roman Reigns. Drew McIntyre's another guy who you don't realise how... I mean, Roman Reigns is like, 6'1", 6'2", and when they had that confrontation on Raw, you're like, how's Drew McIntyre so tall? What the hell happened? Oh, here he is Scottish. He's a psychopath. That was a shame, wasn't it? All that build and he just got beat. I don't mind, because I actually think there's more to the Roman Reigns story than just boo. How dare you get over a life-threatening disease? You can't wrestle, therefore I don't care you almost died. Don't you bring that attitude to the positive stage of life. I just realised, I know we're on the time schedule, do I have to wrap up? Have I gone too long? I do have to wrap up, yeah I do, I'm sorry. I didn't know, there was meant to be a signal, and then I realised I haven't had a signal in a very long time. Look, I'm going to leave you, because there are other people that want to come on. Actually, I don't know, do I introduce them, or does somebody else come back on to introduce them? Someone's going to come out. Give a shout out to Phil, everyone. Phil writes down here. Yeah, shout out to Phil, shout out to Phil. Well, I am the Triple H of this thing. I went too long. Shit. I let myself down. And I didn't mention, I burned my face. I know, it's all red. That's what happens sometimes. Mirror your face! I know, I'm me. And like Mojo Rawley, I have a mirror. And on that note, we wrapped it up! And on that note, too, thank you. This is honestly amazing. Thank you so much for your support. And I'll be back out. You take care. Thank you very much.
One segment in, we got 1,900 more. We're staying here till WrestleMania 47. All right? We're not leaving until he can legally vote. Keep your energy up. I'm going to go over here and make another announcement for the next segment, so let's show some love.